Hello, everybody. Joe Bacon Donuts here, and welcome back to another episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue. Actually, recording ahead of time for once, a little later than the evening than I planned. It's already 8 o'clock, but hey, still be able to go for like an hour and a half before bed, and get this video processed and ready to go up live in the morning. Ready for you all. Even though a lot of you probably won't be able to watch it until later in the afternoon anyway, because I imagine most of you have jobs. It's been a while since I looked at my channel statistics, but I have a pretty strong lean towards like the mid-20s demographic. Like, yeah, there's a good chunk that's like the 18 to 23 or whatever the YouTube analytics listed as, like that, like brand new young adult college student age. That's like a good chunk, but I still think the majority is that mid to late 20s. That's me. I'm still late 20s. I'm not that old yet. Don't worry. I still got it. I'm not unk yet. Though I sure feel like it at work. And when I'm teaching my class right now, because, oh boy, giant wave of new people recently that are all like 19 to 20, and it's like, oh, like you're all kids. Like, they were like freshman year of high school during like when COVID first started, and I'm like, oh my god, like I was working here, the same place I am right now when that fucking happened. I'm like, yikes, I gotta fucking get out of here. Like, I've been here too long. I gotta leave. I gotta go literally anywhere else. So hopefully soon, because looking at housing prices around here, there's a few places that crop up every now and again where it's like, oh, finally, like a reasonable like 1,300 square foot 2-bedroom 1-bath place for like $200,000, which even back in the day, like 10 years ago, I would wince. Anyone would wince at that price. But now it's like, oh, what a reasonable like market price. You know, that's a steal. It's only going to be in the market for like a week before someone grabs that up. It's very pricey here. I want to leave. That's my main reason for wanting to get out of here. It's a pretty cushy gig. My workload isn't that big here. It's fairly small, so I have few responsibilities as a supervisor. Just got to write some bullshit packages and like yearly reviews occasionally. And even then, you know, I just do like the rough draft, and then it gets sent up, and then someone else like refines it and replaces like 80% of what I wrote with something else entirely. But, you know, I just provide the skeleton for them to work off of. And I can literally slap that shit together in like 2 hours. But if I go somewhere bigger, it's like, okay, here are like your 6 new troops that you gotta get to know and like do all their paperwork for them. It's like, ugh. Like, no thanks. Let me put me onto like some special duty assignment where I'm just like gone for a couple years. That'd be nice. I might apply to do that. What's the role? It's like air advisor or something. No clue what they even do. They just go and do it, and they get a little fucking rocker they wear on their shoulder that says they're an air advisor. Don't got any fucking clue what that means. But it seems like a good way to escape work. So maybe I'll look into that. Anyway, how are you guys? I'm doing well. I just got approved for my classes. I'm taking Introduction to Chinese. I know I took a Japanese class a little bit ago, but it honestly makes way more sense for me to do Chinese because that's the focus of my major. I'm an East Asia Studies student. I know, like, oh, what a weeb. But it's not really from that perspective. It's because like half the fucking world's population lives there, so it's probably good to know a thing or two about, you know, what's going on over there, huh? Because I plan on getting a government job anyway when I get out of the military eventually, either State Department or maybe like embassy staff or something like that. Though I'm pretty sure embassies do fall under the State Department, but you know what I mean. So get that double government pension going, you know, fully retire, lap of luxury, and then I die like 5 years later from like the turbo cancer I get from work, breathing in jet fuel and burning rubber and caustic chemicals. And that time I got doused in hydraulic fluid in the Middle East, where I'm breathing in like burn pit shit. Not literal shit. I wasn't in one of those bad places like in fucking Iraq or whatever, where they literally have like fucking barrels of shit they gotta burn because they got no sewage sanitation system. Just places where they literally just burn the trash. And it's like, you can smell it. You can smell the days they do it, and you can see it like floating through the air. It's like yummy. So I'm definitely gonna get some form of cancer later on in life. But that's just how we do, you know. Fuck it, we ball, and you hope for the best. It's like, I gotta get my leg cut off or whatever because there's like malign tumors in there. Whatever. Malign? Is that a word? Malignant? The bad ones. Benign are the good ones. Well, not. There's no such thing as a good tumor. But you know, the non-cancerous ones. You know, the ones that won't like get into your blood and kill you. They just kind of have like a bumpy leg, and it's like, whatever. It's like when you get spots as you get older. You just go to the dermatologist and they're like, yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Let us know if it like grows overnight or something. It's like that. Hopefully that's the type of cancer I get, and not the like, oh, you have 5 months to live kind of cancer. No. Knock on wood. Anyway, enough about my impending mortality and my imminent demise. Let's talk about, you know, Nomiki's already dead parents? ? They've been real evasive about it, but it's pretty obvious that her parents probably ain't doing so hot. And they just seem to be moving right past it and kind of like, oh, you know, they're talking about it with like the subtlety of like a brick upside the side of your head. It doesn't take a master of like narrative structure to figure out what's going on here. Still don't understand the whole dream, like, mind meld thing they got going on at night. That's a little strange. I wonder how that's gonna play into things. Also, the whole iridescent shades popping out of her. That was weird. I'm gonna assume that's some, like, trauma coping mechanism kind of thing, like compartmentalization, just kind of like cutting it off from yourself, like, oh, I don't want to think about those thoughts, just like throw them away, that kind of thing. But we'll keep going, see what happens. Kind of getting a little Samugi route vibes from this one, where it seems like we're just kind of spinning the wheels a bit. That's my go-to phrase for this kind of thing. I talked about it a lot when I was talking about Samugi's route. We're just kind of like, yeah, yep, we're doing it, and like, yep, this like all ties in, but kind of feels like a little or superfluous. Like, yeah, we kind of already got the point. We don't really need to do it again. I get you're just trying to drive it home and have like wacky, fun scenarios, but it's kind of like, we're kind of ready to get to the next step in the narrative in the story. You know, like we're good. We're good on this part. So hopefully we get some of that this time. I don't mean to sound like I'm like super negative or anything like that. I kind of went a little extra snarky there at the end. I don't really feel that strongly about it. Just kind of one of those like, yep, okay, I'm ready. If we get more of it, so be it. It's fine. It's like getting a second plate or a third plate at the buffet. It's like, yep, same stuff I had before. It's good. I don't mind it, but I'm ready. I'm ready for something a little new. You know, let's mix up the flavors, huh? The next day. The questions about Nomiki's story were eating away at me so badly, I ended up visiting the secret base. Who better to ask about Nomiki than the people who knew her best? Does my girlfriend have dead parents? Also, my window is open. Hopefully the fan going is enough to like stop my neighbors from hearing me just like scream like a madman. Having a one-sided conversation. It seemed the three of them had more or less put together the pieces themselves, up to a point. They're probably thinking I had good news to share. Yeah, so, wanted to ask about Nomiki's parents. I cut straight to the chase, and their expressions shifted in an instant.
それって
They glanced at each other, seemingly perplexed. Is something going on with them?
まあな。高原はどこまで知っているんだ?
Like nothing. Well, I explained the situation as far as I figured it out to them. About how her parents were working on the mainland. About how she ended up living alone as a result. I heard all of that from Nomiki herself, of course. Even though I accepted it all without a second thought back then, now that I really consider it, something seemed off about the whole thing. What possible reason could be important enough to keep her on this island, even if it meant separation from her parents?
そうのみきはそんなことを
If you know anything, can you please tell me about it? My request made them hesitate again.
でもこれって私たちが言っちゃっていいのかし
Yeah,
ら
it seems like one of those touchy things where it's like, you should probably hear it from her, but she's also not gonna bring it up by herself.
そうだな。のみきのプライバシーにも関わることだ。
That's a no then? Her circumstances must be pretty serious then. I figured I might have to ask her about it directly. But just as I was giving in to dejection,
入りならいいんじゃねえか。良一のみきに対する態度を見てりゃ、いつまでも無関係ってわけにもいかないだろ
yeah,
うし
who knows? Might even like move here.
まあそうかもしれないわね
でも、一個だけはっきりしとかなきゃいけねえことがある。だな。
Huh?
ハイリはのみきのことをどう思ってるの
Yeah, like are you serious? Or are you just looking, chasing some tail? Of course I'd hesitate to say it after getting asked that directly in front of everyone. But all three of their expressions were exceedingly serious. My hesitation only lasted for an instant. I love her. Hey, quit acting all embarrassed, guys.
だって、そんなにはっきりと言われると。
聞いてるこっちが照れちゃうっていうか
Now, lay off, please. You're making this weird for me, too. All four of us are blushing awkwardly.
じゃあ少し真面目になりましょう
I've been serious this whole time, for what it's worth.
では、良一。あ、俺から言うわ。
Roichi pulled himself back together and looked me in the eye.
実はのみきはな、捨て子なんだ。
Ah. What? Imagine all sort of potential explanations, but his words blew everything I anticipated out of the
そう
water.
だ。のみきには小さな頃から親がいないんだ。
Went out for milk and cigarettes and, it just never came back, huh?
それこそ、物心がつく前から。
私たちものみきの両親は知らないわ
親連中に聞いても、のみきを置いて島を去ったとしか言わねえしな。
So she's been alone her whole life?
そうだが、そうではない。
Yeah, she's had the community. Huh? How's that?
この島で一人になるなんてことはありえない。
What's that mean?
のみきは、この島のみんなに育てられたんだよ。
All of them? The whole island?
そうちょうど私たちみたいな同世代の子供が多かったからねその親たちがみんなで協力してのみきを育てたのよ
All your parents together?
あ、だからのみきは、俺たちの兄弟みたいなもんなんだぜ。
Oh, that's nice at least.
俺たちの兄弟であり、そしてこの島の大人たち全員の子供だ。
おじいちゃんおばあちゃんたち全員の孫でもあるわね
I see. So to Nomiki, everyone on the island would be either a parent or a sibling. That's why she was never alone. Finally understood what she meant when she talked about owing the island a debt. And the strength and depth of her feelings for the island suddenly made sense too. Alright, a little more complex than just her parents are dead. Or, presumably dead. Or who knows, maybe they are. Maybe they did just, go out for a day trip and, just disappeared. and people just assumed, but had no idea she was going through something like that.
それは仕方ないわよ。
あいつはああ見えて人に気を使うからな。
Yeah, that's kind of a lot to just like dump on someone you just met, so I can see why she kind of, doesn't really talk about it.
だが暗い過去など想像もできないほど健やかに育った。
Yeah, know what you mean. I was sure that was thanks to all the islanders who helped raise her. But then why would you say your parents are on the mainland? I mean, that's probably where they are. I couldn't see any reason for it. And waiting for them to come home every night on top of it?
はい、そのことなんだけど、その件についてだけは飲み気に聞かないでやってくれ。
Huh? Why?
飲み木は自分の両親は本土にいて、いつか自分を迎えに来てくれると信じ込んでいるんだ。
Huh? Wait, but they abandoned her, right? When she was too young to understand it?
そうなんだけどね。あれは小学生くらいの頃だったかな。飲み気が倒れたことがあったの。
It collapsed? You mean she got sick?
ええ、ひどい風邪で、なかなか熱が引かなくて、何日も入院してて。
Another dreaded Japanese cold.
私たちは子供だったから詳しく聞かされなかったけど、一時は
Damn,
危
sounds
ない
like
んじゃ
more
ない
like
かって状態になったんだ。
meningitis or something. Mean she almost died?
多分。
Though to be fair, I caught scarlet fever and strep throat at the same time when I was in kindergarten. And it's one of those things where it's like, oh, if modern medicine didn't exist, I would have just died. It's like one of those things like, yep, before like the early like 1900s, kids, they just die. That's what happens. It's like, hell, even my grandmother's generation, they were like rural farmers, up in like Quebec. And just some of her siblings didn't make it. Just happens.
大人たちがみんな慌てていたのは覚えている。
ああ、俺たちも見舞いに行きたかったけど、なかなか入れてもらえなくてさ。
でも私たち心配で、一度こっそり病室に忍び込んだの。そうしたら、飲み気は苦しそうにうなされていて、お父さんとお母さんのことを呼び続けてたわ。
She was talking in her sleep? She must have been dreaming at her parents the whole time.
多分。
普段飲み気が親のことを口にするのなんて聞いたことがなかったから、あれは子供心にショックだったぜ。
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't really think about when you're a kid. She's like, oh yeah, Nomiki, she just hangs out at our house sometimes. And we play with her. And then she goes over to a different friend's house. It's like, oh, whatever, weird.
やっぱり寂しかったんだろう。当然だが。
Might be that in that time of stress and suffering so great her life was at risk, the feeling she kept suppressed on a day-to-day basis finally overflowed. And she dreamed on and on about her parents, desperately searching for them, even though they'd never met. A nightmare in every sense.
でもなんとか持ち直して、少しずつ熱も引いて元気になったんだけど、その後から飲み気は妙なことを言い出すようになったのよ。
No, that's fine. She's just a weird girl. Strange things?
自分の両親は離れた場所に住んでいるんだと言い出したんだ。
うなされている中で夢に現れた両親を現実だと思い込んでしまったのかもしれねえって。
A reasonable explanation. Just one of those things like, kids, you just think something and no one corrects you long enough, and it's just kind of one of those things where it's just, you think it's true?
遠くにいるっていう設定も、その幻想と今両親がそばにいないことの矛盾を埋めるために飲み気が作り出したものかも。自分だけが事情があってこの島で一人暮らしをしている。でも両親は本土にちゃんといて、いつか迎えに来てくれるって。
Seriously? But is that even possible? Convincing yourself that something like that's true?
ありえないことじゃない。イメージトレーニングを知っているか？
Yeah, you probably do it a lot with ping pong.
強い思いが現実に影響を及ぼすことくらいある。
Well, I know that, but still. I really wish she'd gone with a different example.
実際のところ、 のみきの心の中は俺たちには分からん。
Fair enough.
だから俺たちもそこには触れられなかったんだ。ただのみきの話に曖昧に合わせるしかなかった。
Yeah, it's like when you're dealing with old people that are kind of, you know, not all there anymore. You just kind of yes and it. You don't correct them. It's like, yeah, that's right. And then you just go with a different thing. Talk about something else.
だからあんたも気をつけてあげてね。
Yeah, I know. Thank you for telling me. Never could have imagined the Nomiki's situation was that complicated. I was glad that I found out. But even knowing the situation, what could I possibly do about it?
のみきがずっとこのままでいいとは俺たちも思っていないんだがな。
Nobody could reply to Tenzen's muttering. They'd been together since they were little, and were members of the youth association together too. They had to be incredibly worried. I was too, of course. But I didn't even have the slightest clue what to do. Is there anything we can do? Anything at all I can do to help her? Well, that's fun. All right, let's take a little peek into her mind. Ugh. I woke up. Glancing around the dimly lit room, I put the pieces together pretty quickly. This was another one of those dreams. I guess I'm pretty used to them by now. I wasn't even surprised anymore. Just then, I realized that there was somebody in the room with me. Kyoko-san?
ハイリー、起きてたのか。
Huh? Nomiki. Nomiki showed up in Kyoko-san's place. Why would she be here? And wait, what'd she just call me?
どうしたんだ、ハイリー。
Ah, right. This is a dream. Things are playing out according to my desires. I started feeling really embarrassed. Am I really having yet another one of those dreams?
私が起こさなくても今日は一人でちゃんと起きられたな。いつもこうだと私も楽なんだが。
Huh? Always?
毎朝私が起こしてやってるだろ。
Wait, you do?
なんだ、とぼけるのか。それならこれからはもう起こすのはやめるか。
What? No, spare me, please. I still didn't really get it, but if I had the privilege of getting woken up by Nomiki, I wasn't about to let it go that easily.
そうやって素直になればいいのだ。まあ、毎朝のあれができなくなるのは私も寂しいからな。
Our morning routine?
そうだ、あれだ。
Yeah, that thing, yeah.
なんだ、またとぼけるのか。ああ、そうか。そうやってとぼけて実演してもらおうという魂胆か。
Sure. Demonstrate?
いや、それならそれでいい。私もちょっと口寂しかったからな。
Your mouth was lonely? So, like, you're hungry,
まったく
in a sense.
仕方ないやつだ。
More like she's thirsty, but... Nomiki smiled seductively as she knelt down beside me. Then, she wrapped her arms around my neck and kissed me. I tried to breathe and ended up filling my lungs with Nomiki's scent. It was a sweet, milky sort of fragrance. I could feel her soft lips upon mine. It felt so nice, I wished I could stay that way forever. I was in a dreamlike trance. I mean, I actually was dreaming, I guess. Our lips parted, but Nomiki still passionately stared into my eyes.
ダメだ。いくらでもしていたくなってしまう。キリがないな。
That's fine, you're allowed to have those kinds of days every now and again. We do this every morning?
お前が起こすときはこうしてくれと言っただろ。
I did?
まあ、これをしないと私も調子が出ないから、持ちつ持たれつだがな。
Nomiki smiled happily. Yeah, same.
じゃあ、早く起きてこい。朝食が冷めてしまうぞ。
Is it fried rice? Thanks for the food.
召し上がれ。
We had fried rice for breakfast. Nomiki made it herself. Yep, this is great.
そうか、お前好みの味に少しは近づいたろうか。
Yeah, it's right on point. I'm pretty impressed.
そうか、それならよかった。だがもっともっと精進してお前好みの味を極めるつもりだ。
Put more MSG in it.
時間はいくらでもあるからな。
Yeah, true enough. From what I gathered, we were married and living in this house together. That's why she was waking me up every morning like it was only natural, and why she was cooking for me every meal too. And Nomiki was going all out with the newlywed bride bit too, training herself on a daily basis to cook our meals just the way I liked them. Could this world possibly get any better?
やっぱりまだ米が少し湿って重たい感じがするな。
You need to fry it longer.
もっとパラパラにするに
Turn
は
up
ど
the heat.
うしたらいいのか。
She kept mulling over the recipe, even while we were eating. Seeing her like this made me practically overflow with happiness. You need to use like leftover rice from the day before, so that way it's like a little extra crunchy. If you use freshly cooked rice, it's like too soft. Even though we were married, we're still part of the Torishirojima Youth Association. Patrolling around the island was part of our daily schedule. So, what's my job again?
何って少年団が私たちの仕事だろう。
Oh, yeah, right, got it. Apparently, our schedule from that summer vacation was now our long-term everyday life.
おや、今日も二人で見回りかい？ご苦労様。
おばあちゃん、調子はどうですか？
絶好調。
Do a backflip.
それは何よりです。
あんたたちこそ今日も仲良さそうで何よりだよ。さすが姉妹一番のおしどり夫婦だね。
Sorry, old lady, I misclicked. Now cut it out. You're right, but still embarrassing.
ちょっと恥ずかしいが事実だからな。
知ってるか？本当のおしどりってのは1年で別れるらしいぞ。
良一、貴様。
Yeah, we're not leaving her for you, bud.
冗談だって。
何が冗談だ。早く服を着ろ。
あ、そっちか。
あら、あんたたち今日もおしどり夫婦ね。
二人のおしどり夫婦ぶりはこの島の自慢だからな。
Each and every person we met complimented us on being such a wonderful pair of lovebirds. Seemed we were pretty much famous for it across the island, so of course they would. As we ate dinner, we reported to each other about the day's events. Yawning. Ugh. Ugh. That one snuck up on me. I couldn't keep it suppressed. That was another part of our routine.
実は
Oh wow, casual
観
clothes
光協会の
Nomiki.
会長に
Like,
推薦され
first
て
time we've
し
seen
まっ
this one. Nice shirt. God damn it. Where's the close the menu? Center mouse? Nope. Close. There we go. Are those like jean shorts or are those like full jeans? Are they like capris? Nomiki looked a bit bashful as she gave me the news. Whoa, that's great, isn't it? I mean, nobody loves and works for this island the way you do, so I'd say it's only natural.
た。いや、私などまだ若輩者だ。相当頑張らなければ会長など務まらない。でも、島のみんなに認めてもらえたことが何より嬉しい。
You'll learn the ropes once you, like, actually start doing the job. And no one's good at their job the first day they take it.
みんなへの最大の恩返しだ。
Well, perfect at it. You can be adequate depending on your previous skill sets, but you know what I mean. Nomiki looked truly happy. Watching her smile like that made me feel almost as happy as I figured she did. All right, tonight we celebrate. I presented a whole freshly cooked sea bream to Nomiki.
私のためにこんな豪華なものをいいのか？
Yeah, of course. Today's a day to celebrate for you after all.
ハイリー、大好きだ。
Yeah, I love you too. Okay, say
あんか、それは恥ずかしいな。
Yeah, take the entire fish. Who cares? We're celebrating. Come on.
うん。
Even when nobody was watching. Even when we were just eating dinner together, we were the spitting image of a happily married couple. That night, we slept together in the same bed. Hurry up and come on over here, Nomiki. Did you like put on pajama pants though, or are you sleeping in jeans like a fucking freak? Nomiki crawled under the covers a bit shyly. Still not used to it?
まだ少し緊張してしまう。何しろ大好きな人がこんなにそばにいるのだからな。
Yeah, what if I get like gassy in the middle of the night and like kill
顔
you?
が近すぎて照れ
How
てしま
embarrassing
う
would
な。
that be? Nomiki smiled. Her smile spread to me a moment later. Okay then. How about you get so close to me that you can't see my face at all?
そうだな。それはいいかもしれない。
Nomiki clung to my chest like a spoiled child. I wrapped my arms around her as well.
二人もいいが、もう少し賑やかでもいいかもしれないな。
Livelier?
ああ、子供は二人は欲しいと思うのだが。
Kids, huh? We were married, so of course that would come eventually. Me, father, huh? Wonder if I can pull it
な
off.
れるとも。ハイリは案外子供好きだし。
I mean, becoming a father is pretty
絶
easy.
対にいいお父さんに
Being
ね
a good one, that's the harder part. Nomiki was full of confidence. Having somebody say that, say something like that about me so confidently really was a bit embarrassing. But I was way happier than embarrassed for sure.
いい父親に。
What happens if she falls asleep in a dream? She gonna have like another, like, Inception layer dream? Nomiki started, lightly snoring, still snuggling up against my chest. I'll have to do my best to make sure I end up that way, huh? Okay, good night.
はい。
I could feel her soft, gentle warmth in my arms as I slowly faded into unconsciousness. Uh-huh. Are we going like double air? Did we make a mistake falling asleep inside the dream? Or was it the 17th yesterday and we're going to the 18th today? Yeah, it was. Okay. I woke up feeling stifled. Something was blocking off my mouth. I could tell that somebody was right in front of me, but they were so close that I couldn't see their face. All I could make out was their sweet, milky fragrance. That, plus the fact that they were incredibly warm and soft. It was. Suddenly, that warmth broke away from my lips. Now that we parted, our eyes met. Oh, or hello! Her state of dress was, to say the least, suggestive. Oh, there's not really much dress going on there. Huh? What? Nomiki, why are you... I've been dreaming up until a moment ago. The usual sort of dream where everything works out well for me. I could still remember it. So if I woke up from that dream, would that make this reality? But then why would Nomiki be here? And dressed like that on top of it?
どうした？まだ寝ぼけているのか？
Nomiki smiled bashfully. She looked so purely happy and satisfied that I couldn't find the right words to say to
ま
her.
だ眠いのか？無理もない。昨夜は頑張りすぎてしまったからな。
Push myself too hard. Exactly what did I push myself to do last night? Looking down at myself, my clothing was pretty disheveled too. A man and a woman sharing a bed, pushing themselves at night. Oh, jeez. I think my face is gonna catch fire. My pubescent male mind was really putting its powers of imagination through the ringer.
どうした？顔が真っ赤だぞ。
You know, you're blushing too, right?
こういうのはやはり恥ずかしいものだな。
You get
ま
used
だ
to
慣
it.
れない。
And then afterwards, you just like go and get like pierogies together or something. What's with this conversation? This is the real world, right? I looked around the room. I was awake, so it had to be morning, but my surroundings were still dark and gloomy. Something was wrong. What's going on here? I'm still not dreaming, am I?
夢？何を言ってるんだ？確かに、こんな幸せな毎日は夢のようではあるがな。
You're happy?
ああ、もちろんだ。お前は違うのか？
Huh? Of course. I'm happy, yeah. I had Nomiki with me, right by my side. Of course I'd be happy to wake up in a situation like this. But this was the first time I'd woken up to the day of a nighttime 2 days in a row like this. I'd always return to the real world after I woke up, but considering the situation, I had to be dreaming. This is a dream, right? Huh? The moment I stopped thinking about it, I was suddenly no longer confident if I was dreaming or awake.
どうしてこれが夢なのだ？
No, I mean, but when did our relationship end up like this?
まだ寝ぼけているのか？お前が初めて鳥城島に来た夏に告白をしてくれたのを忘れたか？私も誠実なお前に惹かれたんだ。
I mean, that'll happen at some point, but where are you?
それから1週間、こうして私たちは晴れて
Oh,
夫婦だ。
just a week? Wait, stop. A week. We went from my confession to marriage in a week?
みんなも驚いていたな。
Well, yeah, they would be. I sure as hell am.
まるで夢のような生活だ。こうして家族と一緒に家にいられること。この幸せが、もしこれが夢なのだとしたら、私はずっと夢でも構わない。
You'd be okay with that? With living in a dream?
幸せならいいじゃないか。ハイリは違うのか？
Well, yeah, because it's not real. There's no point in it. Thinking it through again, she was right. Being here wasn't troubling me, far from it. And if I stayed, I could be with Nomiki forever. The moment I woke up, I'd be back to that same painful, one-sided relationship as before. Yeah, it'd be nice to stay like this forever, even if it is a dream.
だろ？
Nomiki snuggled up next to me. Her bare skin rubbed against
不
mine.
思議だな。人の体温というのはみんな同じくらいのはずなのに、どうして触れ合うとお互い温かいと感じるのだろう。もしかしたら私たちが感じているのは人の心の温かさなのかも
There's
しれ
some
ないな。
reason for it. I forget what it is, but like your skin's really good at picking up like temperature fluctuations or something like that. Nomiki looked a bit absent-minded. The warmth really was somehow strange. I wanted to stay there forever. I found myself thinking that I'd be fine with never going back, even if it is a dream. If I could stay with Nomiki forever, a dream. Do people only dream when they're asleep? Aren't there dreams you can see when you're awake too? And incredibly precious ones.
ハイリ？
That's right. How'd the newspaper work out?
新聞？
And the sightseeing journal too.
何を言っているんだ？
What? But it's your dream, isn't it?
夢？私の？
You said it helped you pay back the island, right?
恩返し。夢。
It's like, what do I have to pay the island back for? I got no outstanding reason to, you know? A happy life, you know, family.
ハイリ、何を言っている？夢はこれだ。今が夢だ。
Yeah, I know, but Huh? Wait, you know this is a dream too?
いや、でも現実だと思えば現実だ。
Dreams and reality were getting mixed together, and I couldn't tell what was what. I was certain this was a dream. Part of me was telling myself that it'd be fine if it were reality instead. Thinking about it was all making my head spin.
入り、もう少し眠るか？
Try to read something. Something about like letters and like trying to read in dreams, it just like doesn't work. Like it doesn't work how it's supposed to. Like your brain is bad at it. No. I have a feeling that sleeping here is a bad idea.
大丈夫だ。私がそばにいる。
Yeah, I don't want to go down more layers.
ずっとこうしている。私たちは夫婦なんだからな。
You gotta do like the fall thing. Go like sit in a chair and like tip yourself back off a table. She cuddled up even closer, squeezing her little body tighter against mine as tightly as she could. Her warmth was so comforting. I felt a wave of drowsiness beginning to overwhelm me. Nomiki, wake up. Why would I say that to her? The end of my own sentence sounded vague and distant. And then, I dropped into unconsciousness. All right, days just flying by. It was bright. So blindingly bright I couldn't open my eyes. I heard a voice. Not Nomiki's. Umi-chan's? Ugh. Finally pried my eyes open. I tried to sit up, but aches and pains shot through my body as I did so. Well, yeah, you've been asleep for like 2.5 days or something. Umi-chan?
Hairi-san, わかる?
Umi-chan was staring at me. She looked worried. I nodded at her.
わかった。あ、そうだ。京香さん、ハイリさん起きた。
Umi-chan shouted. Kyoko-san rushed into the room a moment later.
あらあら、まあまあ。ハイリくん、気がついたの？
I feel like shit. Yeah, I'm fine. Powering through the aches and pains, I finally managed to sit up. What happened to me anyway? Couldn't grasp the situation at all. Why would Umi-chan and Kyoko-san be this worried about me? The memories were a mess. I looked around the room. It was brightly lit by the morning sun. It certainly seemed like I was back in the real world. That thought reminded me of how I'd been dreaming up until mere moments ago.
ハイリくん、丸1日以上ずっと寝っぱなしだったのよ。
What? More than a whole day.
今日は8月19日だよ。
What? No, wait, hold up. Trying to prank me when I'm half asleep, snot. I tried to banter back at them for a moment, but I quickly swallowed my word as I realized how serious their expressions were. I'm sorry. Looks like I really worried you. But anyway, I slept for a whole day? Why would I?
それはこっちが聞きたいよ。何か変なもので
Oh,
も
sorry,
食べた？
Umi-chan. Man, I'm off my game today. I got like a itchy trigger finger.
どこか痛いところとか気持ち悪いとかはない？
No, not at all. I mean, my joints are pretty stiff, but that
そ
aside,
れはずっと寝っぱなしだったからだよ。
I guess getting too much sleep's bad for you too, huh?
とにかく起きてくれてよかったわ。何度か体をゆすったけど起きなかったんだよ。
Do you try like pinching his nose and giving him a sternum rub? I must have been in a really deep sleep. Which would be odd, considering I heard that you dream, when you're not deeply asleep at all.
時々寝言とか言ってたし。
Oh, sleep talking? Wait, what did I say? I asked, terrified.
夢中とか？あと、あんとか？
Talking about Seabream?
早く来いよとか言ってたけど、どこに行くの？
海ちゃんにはまだ早いわ。
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that one.
青春
Mm-hmm.
あ、思春期か。
Ah! I clutched my head and writhed in despair.
あ、ダメよ。そんな急に動き回っちゃう。
Yeah, you're gonna throw your back out. But, I'm never gonna live sleep talking like that
と
down.
りあえず今日一日は様子を見て安静にしてなさい。
I don't want to stay inside. I want to go somewhere far, far away.
ダメ。今日は安静です。
Right. I couldn't oppose her, so I decided to just think of it as a sort of ascetic training. I spent the day staring down my own embarrassment in the eye.
おーっす、見舞いに来たぞ。
丸一日起きられなかったと聞いたが、大丈夫か？
Things happen. Ruichi and Tencent stopped by to visit in the afternoon. I guess you could say I was unconscious, but I was just sleeping, really. Can't really explain it myself.
それだけいい夢見てたんじゃねえのか？
Huh?
ずいぶん恥ずかしい夢を見ていたそうじゃないか。
What? What are you talking about? I stared at the floor, trembling.
狭い島だからな。
島の情報もなめんなよ。
Mm-hmm. Kyoko-san!
いや、海ちゃんだ。
Nomiki-chan! I can never set foot outside again. I should have just stayed in the dream.
それにしても、24時間以上目覚めないなんていうのは尋常では
I've
な
done
い
it
ぞ。
before.
だよな。俺だって18時間ぐらいが最高だ。
Well, that's pretty impressive in its own right.
あれ、あんたたちも来てたの？
Even Ao came over to see me.
高原、大丈夫なのか？
And Nomiki, too. I could feel my face immediately flare red. Yeah, I'm fine.
どうして敬語なんだ？
Nomiki had an almost apologetic expression on her face. It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
そうか。しかし、丸一日以上眠っていたと聞いたが、すまなかった。
Huh? Are you apologizing?
本来なら客人としてこの島で楽しんでもらわなければいけなかった。なのに私の都合で少年団の仕事を手伝わせていた。
I doubt it exhausted him that much,
高
but
原には無理をさせてしまった。本当に申し訳ない。
hold on a second. I wasn't really pushing myself at all. And besides, I've been enjoying the youth association work.
そうか。それなら私も救われる。
Nomiki finally smiled at that point. Seeing her smile relieved me as well. But at the same time, a horrifying thought crossed my mind. Could Nomiki have heard about my incredibly embarrassing sleep talk too?
大丈夫よ。
Ao noticed that I was panicking. She whispered in my
あ
ear.
んたの恥ずかしい寝言、飲み気にはごまかしておいたから。
Are you an angel?
ふんふん、オンに来なさい。しかし、高原が夢にまで天然と良一のことを見るとはな。
Yeah. Ooh. Huh? Right. I mean, they're my new island buddies after all.
さすがの私も夢の中の行動までは咎められない。役場の前で子供たちを呼んで裸卓球祭りなどという
Oh.
空気を乱す夢か。
Oh no.
執行部の仕事が過度なストレスを与えていたのかと心配して、本当はそういうことをしたかったのか？
No! I denied it with all my heart and soul and looked over at Ao. She gave me a thumbs up, looking somehow satisfied. Why couldn't she have thought of literally anything better to smooth things over for
さ
me?
て、あまり長湯をしては高原も迷惑だろう。
I'm bored out of my mind anyway, so it doesn't bother me, really.
ダメだ。今日は一日しっかり休め。そして明日からまた元気な姿を見せてくれ。
そうそう。お前がいなきゃ脱ぎがいがないからな。
裸卓球祭り、楽しみに待っているぞ。
No, I'm never, ever doing one of those.
青話が違うぞ。俺らを騙したのか。
あんたらがそれ信じちゃったわけ？
うおー、信じてたのに。
Well, they'd enjoy that for two separate reasons. You guys sure are innocent sometimes. In a good and a bad sense.
じゃあ高原、カエルが本当に無理はするなよ。
Yeah, I know. Thanks for coming to see me.
明日は脱いで待ってるぜ。
And I'll be sure to bring along a spare bottle of water.
全開したお前と明日は卓球を。
Okay, thanks so much for coming. I cut Tenzin off and waved goodbye with a smile. After everyone left, I took a deep breath. Nomiki visited me in my room, in real life. I mean, okay, I'm basically a freeloader, and it's not really my room, but still. She looked like she was really worried about me. And she smiled when she realized I was okay. Ah, damn it. How was it even fair for her to be that cute? I rolled around on my bed. Then I slowly lifted my pillow with both hands. Nomiki sure was cute in my dream, too. She's so honest in the dream world, and kisses me like it's totally natural and stuff. But she's bashful, too. I imagined her face emblazoned on my pillow, then half closed my eyes. Then I brought my lips up towards it.
ああ、ごめん。それ以上はちょっと勘弁してくんない？
Yeah, he did in a really high-pitched, loud voice. Why are you still here? Are you a voyeur? Some kind of degenerate?
いや、
I mean, she's
ずっとい
both
た
of
んだけど
those, but
あんたが自分の世界に入って見てなかっただけよ。
forget about it, please. Oh, for the love of God, forget everything you just saw.
まあ努力はしてみるけど無理だと思
I
う。
mean, I was definitely like a pillow humper. You don't gotta worry about anything from her. You're in like, you're with friends right now. It's fine.
それより、あんた本当に飲みきのこと好きなのね。
What? Is that what this looks like to you?
あれで好きじゃないとか言ったら頭おかしいわよ。
I do.
まあ本当に聞きたいのはそれじゃないんだけど。
Huh? Ao's expression was unreadable.
あんた蝶に触った？
A butterfly. I was a bit on guard, but her question came from a completely unexpected direction. I had no clue what she meant. Butterfly? Like an actual butterfly, not a figure of speech or something?
そうよ。淡く光る蝶。
Glowing butterfly. Well, I don't think I touched it, but I saw one. I remembered. I'd seen a glowing butterfly, hadn't I? One that looked like it came from Nomiki when we were up on the broadcast tower.
その様子じゃ図星みたいね。
No, I didn't touch it, actually. I thought I was seeing things. I mean, glowing butterfly?
いるのよ。この島にはね。
Yeah, you know, rare species, bioluminescence. You see it sometimes. Don't think too hard about it. Really?
まあ誰にでも見えるわけじゃないんだけどね。
Really?
なんで嬉しそうなのよ。
I mean, it's all occulty, right? Doesn't that get you excited? But that butterfly, it, looked like it came out of Nomiki, actually. Did the butterfly and Nomiki have something to do with each other?
ハイリ、あんた飲み気に近づきすぎたのよ。
Well, yeah, we're on her route. Huh? What's that mean?
ね、七栄鳥はまあ置いておいて。
Iridescent shades?
とにかくあの子は人の意識に干渉しちゃうの。
My consciousness by Nomiki.
逆に言えばそれだけあんたのことを信頼してるってことなのかもしれないけど、でもそれはあまり良くないことなのよ。
Yeah, people have those barriers for a reason. Go watch Evangelion or something. Does all this have something to do with me sleeping through an entire day?
多分ね。
No way.
見たんでしょ、光る蝶を。
Yeah.
あれには触れちゃいけないの。でも眠っている時に勝手に寄ってこられたら避けようがないわ。
Okay, that explains a thing or two.
あくまで私の予想だけど、飲み木の蝶が寝ているあんたに近づいた。
Yeah, they're attracted to him. You gotta set up like a bug zapper above your futon.
深すぎる眠りの原因はそれだと思うわ。
It's really hard to process when you all throw it at me all at once.
私だっていきなり信じてもらえるなんて思ってないわ。でも最近リアルな夢ばかり見ているんじゃない？図星みたいね。今回みたいなことがあったことを考えると、できればすぐにでも島を出た方がいいと思う。
What? No way. My confusion barely lasted an instant. I immediately rejected her suggestion.
そう言うと思ったけど、あんた夏休みが終わったら帰るんでしょ？
Well, yeah, but...
ならそれが少し早まるだけよ。
But...
別に私も意地悪でこんなこと言ってるわけじゃないの。あんたが来てから正直なところ毎日楽しいし、少年団も活気づいてるし、飲み気も元気になってるし、その私だって。
Even you?
勘違いしないでよ。別に私があんたのことをって意味じゃないから。
I mean, you might be a little, but... Yeah, you can just skip that whole deal, okay? I only have eyes for Nomiki.
少しくらい意識しなさいよ。
Yeah, like, ouch, even if, like, we're both on the same page, like, fuck, don't gotta put it like that.
そんな切ない目で見ないでよ。
Like, haha, but what if, though?
まるで私がかわいそうな子みたいじゃない。
Sorry, Al. If I were a shallower sort of guy, I might have room in my heart for both of you, but I only have eyes for Nomiki.
なんで私が振られたみたいになってるのよ。
But anyway, I can't go home yet. If I left while everything is in this half-baked state, I don't think I'd ever be able to come
あ
back.
んたがそんな風に思ってくれてるのはこの島の住人として嬉しいけど。
Just go down to the candy store and get like a mosquito net to hang over your bed. You'll be fine. Al made a conflicted sort of expression.
でも今回は起きられたけど、次はどうなるかわからないのよ。
Even then, she was worried about me. I was pretty grateful for that. But if I leave with things between Nomiki and I the way they are now, I'll probably never see her again, right? Assuming she really was the cause of all this, then if I left without resolving the problem, basically be the same as saying I was okay with not meeting her again. I could never do that. I was dead set on that point.
飲み気が羨ましいわ。
Huh? So you really do?
違うわよ。そんな風に堂々と自分を好きって言ってくれる人がいて、羨ましいと思っただけよ。
Yep, and unfortunately for Ao, it's pretty slim pickings around the island for suitable bachelors. Of course, I haven't actually told Nomiki herself about it yet. What?
下手で。
Don't call me a wuss. At least go with pure or something.
ピュア下手で。
Doesn't work when you say it like that. You're just doubling down on the wuss part.
下手でなのに島は出ていかないって言うし、根性座ってるんだか座ってないんだか。
Yeah, call them wishy-washy or something.
そこまで言われちゃ無理に出ていけとは言えないわね。
Al shrugged and let out a sort of half laugh, half sigh. Well, thanks for worrying about me.
でもこのまま見て見ぬふりをするってわけにもいかないのよ。何か対策を考えないと。
Is it really that dangerous a situation?
さっきも言ったけど、ずっと目覚められなくなるって可能性もあるわ。
Seriously?
マジ。
Well, that'd suck.
当たり前でしょ。
But what am I supposed to do? I have no idea how to deliberately wake myself up when I'm dreaming.
コツはあるわよ。
There is? Oh, teach me, please.
夢の中で自分が夢の世界にいるって自覚はあるのよね。
Yeah. After having so many of them, I'm starting to catch on, more or less. But whenever I get caught up in the dream story, I start losing my sense of
そうい
things.
う時は手のひらを見なさい。
The palm of my hand?
自分のね、手のひらをじっと観察するの。
Well, like try to look for the details and you won't be able to tell them and your brain will kind of like short circuit. So if I stare really hard at my hands, I'll realize it's a dream?
気づきやすくなると思う。夢の中では見るってことがキーワードになるか
Yeah,
ら。
it's like what I said with like the reading. If you try to read something, just like you know it's fucking garbled nonsense, you'll be like, what? Seeing.
手のひらがよく見えてきたら、周りの景色もよく観察してみること。
Look at my palm and the surrounding area.
そうすればきっと自分が今夢を見ているということに気づくと思うわ。
Got it. I'll give it a try. Though I'll have to remember I'm supposed to do that first of all.
そして夢だと気づけたなら、夢から覚める方法を試してみて。
What should I do?
まずは現実との接点を見つけることね。自分の手を見るのもその一つだけど、他にも場所とか物とか、
Things that are kind of incongruent with each other. Places or things, huh?
夢との境界や扉だと思ってもらえばいいわ。
So I should try to imagine a place that connects the dream world and reality?
そんなとこね。あと単純な目
Sounds
覚め方の
complicated.
一つとして、高いところから落ちるっていうのがあるわ。
Fall?
どっかから落ちて目覚めたことってない？
Yep. Well, not really like dreaming of falling off something, just kind of getting like that falling sensation when you're trying to fall asleep and your body like spasms and you're like, ooh, and then wake up.
体がふわっとした感覚になって、はっと目が覚めるやつ。
Ah, yeah, I've had that. I get it. So I just have to deliberately create that sort of situation.
でもそれで必ず目覚められると保証はできないわ。
Yeah, because if you hit the ground and die, you die in real life.
だから、できればすぐ島を離れるのが最善なんだけど、しないわよね。
Sure isn't.
わかったわ。でもとにかく無茶はしないで。
Yeah, I know. Thanks for everything.
こっちこそ。飲み気のこと頼むわね。あの子を守ってあげて。
Of course. I had no idea what, if anything, I could do. But there is no way I could go back and leave things the way they were. Oh, who's texting me? Nobody. Just shitty apps giving me reminders. Morning, huh? Oh, don't talk about morning. Ugh. Makes me sleepy. I woke up the next day to a perfectly normal morning. I don't remember having any weird dreams. I guess I didn't dream at all? Well, that would certainly be good news. It'd be nice if those dreams went away for good. I'd feel just a bit sad about it too, though. It's only been a couple of days, but it still felt like I hadn't been to the town hall in ages. But even so, Nomiki was there, just like usual. Hey! I called out to her, and Nomiki immediately spun around to face me.
おはよう。もう大丈夫か？
Yeah, starting to make you worry.
いや、無事ならそれが何よりだ。今日からまたいつも通りに一緒に見回りはできるのか？
Yeah, you can count on me. Be good to stretch your legs a bit. I pose with Hydro Caliber Type 0.
そうか。よかった。
Nomiki wasn't super talkative, but I could tell from her expression that she was genuinely happy to see me back in action. That was enough to put me in a good mood on its own. Yeah, everyday stuff like this is nice. I didn't need anything special. So I wouldn't mind if I never had another one of those dreams again. Nomiki and I zealously patrolled around the island.
野生の裸が現れた。
撃つ。
Firing.
やっは
First she popped up and immediately went down again under a hail of squirt fire.
どういうつもりだ？
Didn't even feel like he was trying to dodge.
入りの復活祝い
Rochi smiled brilliantly from the grounds, then expired. Well, thanks, I guess? As far as expressions of friendship go, it was pretty twisted, but I thanked him anyway.
新聞の記事に少年団をと言っていたが、こいつは外すべきか。
Can't we just make sure he's wearing clothing when he introduces himself?
高原は優しいんだな。
I mean, you can't deny that he's always got his friend's best interest in mind. The Islanders passed on their good traits to him, too.
高原がそう言うなら間違いないんだろうな。
Oh, by the way,
なんだ？
what was your dream again?
夢？
Nomiki looked a bit caught off guard. I don't mean like the sort you have when you're asleep. Like your dream for the future, you know?
ああ、それなら前に話しただろう。この島の観光日誌を出版するんだ。
Yep, that was it. Her answer relieved me.
君にどうしたんだ？
Nowhere. Don't worry about it. You better do your best in that sightseeing journal.
うむ。
We passed by the elementary school. The kids were all by the pool making something. Now and Tenzin were over there with them.
組み上がったらちゃんと浮くかプールで試すのよ。
I'm making paper boats.
浮かなかったら特別にピンポン玉を貸してやろう。
ダサくなるからいらない。
あ、これうまくできたんじゃない？師匠、鑑定してくれよ。ちょっと歪んでるから。
That's still a pass. C's get degrees.
厳しい。みんなやってるな。あ、少年団のリーダーだ。おまけも一緒ね。
Yep. Huh. Wait. Oh, my fucking line read on that was all sorts of fucked up. My eye was itching and I was scratching it. Huh? Wait, am I the freebie? Even that read was bad. Let's just fucking move on. Forgot that happened. Kind of felt like they were treating me like dirt.
少し前まで良一もいたんだけど、急に服を脱いでどっか行っちゃったのよ。
His Hyrie senses were tingling. He felt it in his loins. Yeah, he's collapsed on the road to the town hall.
なんで？
Shot him.
ああ、裸だったから？
He died a martyr on the cross of friendship.
ごめん、言ってる意味がわかんない。
立派なやつだった。
Yeah, Tenzin gets it.
そっちには通じてるの？
Al looked repulsed. Anyway, what are you guys doing here? Making boats?
これは灯籠だ。
Lanterns.
兄ちゃん見てくれ、かっけえだろ。俺のが一番遠くまで行くんだ。
You sure they're not boats?
灯籠は明日の夏鳥の儀で海に流すんだ。
The flight of the summer bird. Ah, right, that island event. Wait, that's tomorrow?
港のパンフレットに書いてあったと思うが。
I barely glanced at him, honestly. All I could remember was a picture of the ocean's surface full of floating lanterns. I figured it'd be quite the spectacle to witness in person. We talked about centering the newspaper article around that event and using it as a springboard to discuss the island's many appeals.
どうした？
I was just thinking, couldn't you put this lantern making stuff into the article? We've got the youth association here to teach the kids already, so it's pretty convenient, right?
なるほど。それはいい考えだ。
そう言うと思って持ってきたぜ、カメラ。
A half-naked Roichi abruptly cut into the conversation.
脱ぐな。
He's at the pool, though.
待てよ、ここプールだろ。脱いだっていいじゃねえかよ。
そういえばそうだった。
Mm-hmm.
すまなかったな。
軽い。
So wait, does that mean you went to get your camera?
その途中でお前らを見かけたから撃たれに行ったんだ。
You really need to start keeping your own best interests in mind.
今日はハイリの復活祝いだから気にするなって。
I'd rather you celebrate it in, like, literally any other way.
しかし、どうして良一がカメラを？
前に会議したじゃねえか。
ほら、秘密基地で新聞で少年団を取り上げるって。
なので及ばずながら記事にできそうなものを俺たちも集めていたんだ。
みんな。
So, what about Shiraha? I looked around for the remaining Youth Association member who'd been at the secret base back then.
あの子は夏鳥の儀の巫女役だから、今は神社の方でお役目中よ。
Yeah, I gotta do rehearsals. Oh?
じゃ、まあ写真適当に撮っとくか。フィルムはバッチリ新品だぜ。
Damn, using real film?
あんたたち、新聞に載れるかもしれないわよ。指名手配されるの？
逃げろ。
違う違う。いいことで載るのよ。
作りたての灯籠を持つといい。
マジ？新聞に俺たちが載るの？
Yeah, totally.
指名手配じゃなくて？
And then you can get them printed out and or cut out the photos and put them on the fridge.
お、そうだぜ。
Rochi aimed the camera at the kids as they happily held up their lanterns. That's great, huh, Nomiki? Everyone's doing their part to help the Youth Association out. That's Islanders for you.
Huh?
Nomiki smiled happily. Are the reporters going to show up to see the flight of the summer bird for material?
もちろんだ。
Guess you'll have to show them around, huh?
高原の案内も兼ねてな。
Me?
高原にも知ってもらいたいんだ。
Like a date?
この島の魅力を余すことなく、全部な。
I'll look forward to that. Nomiki?
夏鳥の儀を終えると、夏の終わりを意識してしまう。長い夏休みも終わる。
Yeah, it will. Nothing else needed to be said. Everyone already knew that I had to leave when summer ended. Naturally, Nomiki knew too. That's exactly why neither of us said a word. Because at the very least, we wanted to enjoy our remaining time right up until the end. To make more good memories, even if only just a few. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that seems like a good place to stop for today. I know it's a bit of a short one, but it seems like a good cutting off point because the big festival, that's probably gonna add some time to this section, this day in part of the story. So I don't want to be recording a 2-hour-long episode going past like 10 p.m. So I'm making the executive decision to call it here. So. Once again, I would like to thank everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and check out the Discord link in the description down below. And I will see you all next time for the next episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue, where we will continue the Nomiki's route and see where it goes from here. Because I'd say it feels like we're about 3/4 of the way through. Like we're getting towards the end portion. You know, we're about to like ramp up, hit like our big climax part of the story in the next episode or two. And then, you know, maybe 1 or 2 of, like, resolution and epilogue. So we'll see how it goes, see how accurate I am, see how well my narrative senses are working, my, like, narrative chronometer? My timekeeping device to see how well I'm able to, like, track the story beats in my mind, see how my, like, sixth sense works. Anyway, I'm going to bed now because I'm tired after drinking all this coffee because I have undiagnosed ADHD, so caffeine just makes me sleepy. So, yep. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye now. Mwah.